Hi everybody, Cynthia here. I'm back with another make embellishment video for my embellishment series, and I've kind of been obsessed with ToGo Cup items lately, so I decided to make ToGo Cup embellishments. So I made some in a Christmas theme, and these say hot cocoa with a little poinsettia. So I made a bunch of those, and I wanted to make these, but I didn't want to buy a die, so I just figured out some measurements and I'm going to share them with you as well. And then I had some of this blue paper left over, so I made these, just snowflake, and added some bling in there. That's what they look like on the back. And then I made Halloween ones, of course. So these are my Witch's Brew to-go cups. Just used a Halloween. I had a bunch of these flowers already made, so I just used up a bunch of these. And then I did like a jelly, it's like a silver jelly roll pen, just to kind of accent the lid so you could see it better. So those are the purple ones, and I really love these because you can use a ton of scraps when you're making them. And those are my orange ones. And then I made these because I had this gold spiderweb paper and these little boo things I cut out of paper that I had, and then I just punched out a glittered pumpkin. And this stuff here is actually pieces of this creepy cloth that you can get from the Dollar Tree. And I kind of glued it on there, glued the pumpkin over it, and then just kind of pulled them out and trimmed till I got like the desired effect that I wanted. And then here's my Frankly You Rock. I have this little Frankenstein stamp that I stamped out colored, and this spider web here came from a Martha Stewart punch. I don't have this one anymore, but my mom does, so every time I go to visit her, I like to punch things out. And the Frankly You Rock sentiment and this Frankenstein head came from, let's see, the Tiny Treats Halloween stamps from Paper Tray Ink. This is the little guy right here. So that's the stamps that I use for those. And then this is the one we're going to make today. This is my pumpkin spice to-go cup. And the paper I used to cut out these pumpkins came from Miss Sparkle and Company paper pad, and I bought this, I think I got this last year, it might have been the year before, in Joann's, where they have the $1.99 bins. So I got like 2 of these tablets, and then I used I cut out some of the pumpkins and the leaves, and I used those. So I think they came out kind of cute. And then I was going to make up little gift bags, and so that I could gift some of these to friends, and I decided, you know what, I think it would be really cool if I could do a to-go cup gift pouch or little gift bag. So I came up with this guy. This we're going to make in the next Halloween series coming up after this video. But this is how my Halloween one turned out. This is the back, and I made a bunch. I'll just kind of give you some sneak peek here of them. Okay, so those are going to be for the Halloween series, and then I will share with you, like, I stuffed a bunch of this stuff in basket filler, and then this is what it looks like on the inside. So it's a pretty decent pouch because I was able to fit let's see, 2 of each. So 2, 4, 6, I fit 8 embellishments in there. And then I also had some of the basket filler. So it's a pretty decent sized pouch. But we're going to be making that in a video coming up. Today we're going to put together the ToGo Cup embellishment itself, and we're going to make the pumpkin spice one. So let's get started. Okay. Oh, and the little bags I used to put in the pouch were the 3x4 Celebrate It bags you can purchase at Michael's. And you can also get them online. Okay, so for the actual ToGo Cup, you're going to need a sheet that measures 2 inches by 1.5 across. And I'm going to zoom in my camera so you can see how I'm cutting this. So bear with me here. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see that. Okay. So this here, this line on my white bar, this is my actual cut line. So I'm going to take the top right corner of my square or rectangle and put it on the cut line. Then this bottom left piece, I'm going to slide past my cut line to this first black line you see over the cut line, and that is 1/4 inch. So top right corner goes on the cut line, the bottom right corner goes all the way over to touch the 1/4 inch line. Make sure you line it up real good. Close your cutter and cut. So you're cutting it at an angle, and you're really only cutting that much off. Oh, sorry, I was too close. So it should look like that. Then you're going to flip it around. You're going to do the same thing. Top right on the cut line, bottom right, slide past the cut line to the 1/4 inch mark. Make sure you're lined up really well. Close your cutter and cut. Okay, so you've created your ToGo Cup. I'm going to put that aside and move my camera back a little bit. I don't want to be too close for this. Okay. All right. So now to create the lid here, you're going to need your first piece of cardstock, the white card, should measure 1 5/8 inches across by 1/2 inch. And you're going to cut little angles on each side. So if you can see here, this white piece is in the back and it angles. I actually drew the angles for you so you can see what I mean by cutting it. So you're going to put your scissors in the right hand corner and you're just going to angle just like that. Okay, same thing on this side. You're going to want to cut on a little angle here and cut that. Okay, then your next piece, and you could do it without the lines too, just put your scissors in, move them to the left a little and cut. Flip it around, put your scissors at the bottom, move it to the left a little and cut. And then your pieces, which are hard for me to grab right now, you're going to glue this piece right on top. So when you glue it, you want to make sure you're level with this piece here, and that you have the same amount hanging over on both sides for balance. This piece measures 1 3/8. I'm sorry. This piece measures 1 3/4 across by 1/4 inch. I'm actually going to add glue to the bottom of this larger piece. Oh, this glue bottle. I always end up getting a piece of dried glue there. Try that again. Nope. Sorry guys. I don't wonder why it always works for me until I go to do a video and then it's clogged. Okay. A little bit of glue across there. And like I said, you want to line this up right on top. And before you really press down, you want to make sure there's nothing hanging over this edge. And you want to make sure you have the same amount on both sides. And then press down. Okay, and that's the lid. So I'm going to add glue to the top here of my to-go cup. And then I just want to put my lid down on top, but I don't want these corners, if you see these little corners here, I don't want them to be seen in here. So you can put it down pretty far, and you see right here, this one's sticking out. So I want to pull it back a little bit just to make sure nothing's sticking out. So we have that so far. And then the sleeve piece here, I just ran through my polka dot embossing folder. This measures 1 3/8 by 1 inch wide. And I'm going to add glue. And I usually go up from the bottom about a little over 1/4 of an inch. And place that on there. And now you can see it's, you know, square. It's not sticking too far out. So I just flip it around and I follow the angle of the to-go cup and I trim this off, but I do leave a tiny little piece hanging on both sides, just so it goes beyond the to-go cup, and it just gives it a little bit of dimension, like it's an actual wraparound sleeve. So cut along the line, just don't cut flush. Make sure you leave a little bit hanging there. Same thing on this side. Okay. And then I've already cut out, I have these little greens here, and I cut this pumpkin and the leaves out, and I added them together. And I'm just gonna put some glue on and place that about right here. And then my pumpkin spice sentiment. This pumpkin spice sentiment actually came from the Not Too Shabby shop, and she recently came out with this stamp set, which I absolutely love, called Pumpkin Spice Everything. And I decided to stamp out the pumpkin spice everything, and then I basically just put ink over the pumpkin spice part and cut off the everything just so I could have this piece. But that's where I got the sentiment from. I love that stamp set. Okay, so I'm going to add some glue here. These are so fun. Once you put a bunch together and then you sit and start decorating them, kind of gets a little addicting, and you just want to keep making them and making them. And then for the dots on the bottom, I just used a little bit of Studio G glitter glue and just added 1, 2, 3 dots. And that's it, guys. That's how I made my to-go cup embellishments. If you have any questions, let me know, and I will be back with the 13 haunted products of Halloween to share this tutorial with you. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and happy crafting.